Hey, good morning, everybody. Paul McGinnis here with just some encouragement for your daily walk today. And we're in Matthew chapter 25, and not really one verse, but really a whole story where Jesus is explaining what the kingdom of God is like. And all along, he's been telling us that it's an upside down kingdom, or I should say, a right side up kingdom. It's a kingdom where those who humble themselves will be exalted. It's a kingdom where the outsiders and the outcasts are brought in. It's a kingdom with God's values. And then he gives a challenge to his followers, and he tells this story. He tells this story about a landowner who goes away and he leaves his servants in charge of different things. And he gives one of them 5 bags of gold, and another one gets 2 bags of gold, and another one gets 1 bag of gold. And essentially it's up to them to be faithful stewards of that stuff, to be responsible with those resources. And as he's away, the one who has 5 bags, invests it and he puts it to work, and he hustles and he doubles it. He turns it into 10 bags of gold. And the one who has 2 bags does the same thing, right? He starts a side hustle and he gets working with it, and he takes what he has and he expands it. And the last guy, the guy who just has 1, he's afraid of his master and he's nervous, and so he buries it and he just makes sure that he doesn't lose any. And when the master comes back, he rewards 2 of them, right? The first 2 get rewarded and the last one gets condemned. And it's so interesting to me that we're in chapter 25, verses 21 and verses 23 are exactly the same. And it's his response to the first 2 servants. He says, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a little, and so I'm going to give you responsibility over even more." And so many interesting things from this story. And the first one is that everyone gets something. Everyone had some resources. Everyone was given something to manage, something to take care of, something to tap into and use. Everyone had potential. And the thing that they were rated on at the end, the thing that they were essentially judged by or graded on, was not how much or how little they had, but it was how they used what they had. Right? The first 2 guys, they didn't have the same amount of stuff. And I think that's where we get caught sometimes, is just kind of comparing and saying, well, I don't have much to offer. I don't have as much as this person. I don't have as much charisma or experience or wealth or opportunity as somebody else. And so we count ourselves out. And Jesus says it doesn't matter if other people have more or less than you. What matters is how you are using what you have been given, because you have been given something. You've been given some resources. You've been given some experience. You've been given some passion and a calling and some giftedness. So don't worry about how much or how little you have. Don't worry about if other people have more or less than you. Use what you have been given. And that one guy who didn't use his stuff, he credits fear as the reason why. He says, I was afraid. And I think so often that's true for us as well. We're afraid. We're afraid of what other people might think. We're afraid of what will happen if we take that step. If we go out on the limb, we're afraid of failure or of other people's opinions. And so we don't take the opportunities that Jesus has given us. Don't let fear stop you from using whatever you have to bless the people around you, to expand God's kingdom. You have been given something. Don't worry about how much or how little. Just use what you have been given, and do not let fear stop you, so that one day you will hear, well done. You did well. Good job. You used what you were given. Now I'm going to bless you with more. I hope that that's true for you and for me today.